What is up, y'all? Good evening and welcome to another Friday Night Live. I'm your host. I'm just kidding. I don't even know how they start all that. Oh, that looks messy. Easy, gordo. Hey, there we go, guys. There we go. We got 3 people. Make sure you share this video real quick with your friends, family, your neighbor, with your cousin. This is going to be a fun conversation today, guys. So welcome to another Friday Night Live. Shout out to Detail Grandma. Keeping me on check. Like, hey, are you going to go live today? I can't forget to go live. But anyways, I hope you guys had an amazing day today. We are... Let me get my screen ready. But on today, we're gonna have 3 major topics, guys. So it should be a fun one. We're gonna have 3 topics we are gonna be talking about, and I hope you guys will enjoy and tune in, chime in, give your feedback on these topics. So definitely, let's see who we got over here. We got Grandma first at 7:01. Dang, Grandma early. Dragos, welcome, brother. Kimberly, welcome. Greetings to all of you guys. Who else we got in here? First, from Puerto Rico, thank you for being here. Let's see who else. Kimberly MC. We already said hi to you, but all right, cool. We got enough people to get this conversation started. So hopefully more people tune in. Obviously, we got a lot of podcasts going on. I'm kind of testing the waters, testing different times to see what's going to work best for a lot of you guys, right? First off, thank you guys for giving me some amazing feedback on the lives on Friday. A lot of you guys have said, hey, we have enjoyed kind of that conversation style of detailing, right? In these lives, obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit of everything. So not just strictly detailing. It could be life, it could be work, it could be goals, all of the above, right? Before I forget, Mr. Q Garcia, I have your giveaway that you won a couple of weeks ago. I have been busy, but I finally have it boxed in. This one here is the winner of the shirt, who won all the autographs from SEMA. I'm sorry, I've been busy. I haven't sent it, but I have it in a box and it's ready, as well as we have a gift for Mr. Matt from BioBombs. He wanted a hat as well from SEMA. Unfortunately, I didn't have any more, but we want to make sure and get him taken care of. I'm actually seeing the comments on this other screen. Hi from Papa G. Let's see, Carlos, are you gonna do trivia like Chris? The 840 show. Welcome. The also shirt from Becca is wild. We don't have an also shirt yet. But eventually we will. I'm still waiting on Ms. Becca to send me a couple more examples. But this is kind of the logo. On Fridays, we're gonna be using this logo. That way, this is gonna be more of like the live logo. So obviously, you guys know. Also is my son. That's my Chow Chow. And it was really cool seeing him like on a logo, because everybody knows how close we are. So, rundown of the week. This week, obviously, we started New Year's, which, hey, how many of you guys started your New Year's on the right foot? So hopefully you started on the right foot. If you started on the left foot, don't worry. You still have a whole year to get on the right foot, right? But definitely this New Year's, we started, believe it or not, with no interior details. We had no interior details this start of the year. So we ended up having, we've done 6 maintenances so far, which was 4 on Thursday, and then 2 today. That's really the only Only time I've worked, to be honest. But not bad. We started with 6 maintenances for the for the year so far. So that's a win, right? So really, really nice, really nice start of the week for me. Let's see. I did receive one new product, which I'll be showcasing it very soon. I believe this is a product that a lot of detailers should have, which I'll be showcasing it down the road. It's not, I'm not ready for to showcase it because I have to kind of find the best scenario for it. But this is something that I think every detailer should carry in their detailing setup. It's a must. It's a must. I think some people will say the cost is going to be kind of high, but you never know when you're going to need this. So I can't wait to show you guys this product, and I think a lot of you guys will love it. Maybe some won't agree to that product, but I think it's something that is very valuable and has a lot of um, value for a lot of us. Let's see, Carlos, are you too good for detailing for dealership detailing nowadays? No, no. Believe it or not, I've been thinking of going back to where I started. Right, I was there's like 3 dealerships down the road. Um, and I've literally been thinking about stopping by and giving them my business card. But no, I'm never too good for dealerships. Those are, they take me back to where I started, right? Obviously, I think I would have to create a game plan, create a pricing that's going to fit both of us, right? Obviously, I think it's gonna fall down to pricing, right? But I ain't gonna lie. After watching Detail Grandma, which by the way, hey, congratulations to Detail Grandma. She just locked in another dealership under her belt. Obviously, me and Detail Grandma speak literally every day, kind of. There's days we don't talk, but she just locked in another dealership. So, thanks to Detail Grandma showing us a little bit of detailing again, like car dealership detailing, has been pretty cool. Um, and so, kind of seeing her tackle those dealerships, I'm like, you know what? Let me try to go back to my old stomping grounds, kind of where I started, right? But this time with a different mindset, different mentality, because now that I think back then I just wanted to give it my all every car. I was charging a pretty penny for well, I wasn't even charging a pretty penny, which I think that's probably maybe why I got gassed out of dealership detailing. But Detail Grandma is showing us the way on how to maybe tackle those pricing as well. So welcome everybody. Hey, 15 people, I'll take it. I greatly appreciate it. Share this with your friend, with the detailer. You never know when one of these videos is gonna impact their lives. I'm on the road to 1 million subscribers. We're so close. Said nobody. Said no one ever. But no, this year my goal is I want to be more than 20,000 subscribers. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I want to be at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. I want to climb the ropes. I want to be up there with the greatest detailers of all time. But no, eventually I think we'll get there with patience, and I think we will get there. But for now, shout out to all 15,000 of you guys that support my channel, support my crazy videos, all my mess ups, because that's what we're here for, right? I'm not here to show you guys a perfect man. I'm not here to show you a perfect detail, because that'll never happen. Everything I do is it's not a IDA approved. But anyways, let's get into topic number 1, which I hope you had an amazing week, by the way. I hope you had an amazing New Year's. Your family is started healthy. Nobody's sick. You had some amazing news. Maybe you got a raise in your job or whatever. I hope that 2025 started on the right foot. Again, if it didn't, don't worry. There is still a lot of time left. But anyways, let's start with topic number 1. Oh, you're human. Who would have thunk it? Anyways, topic number one. I was on Instagram and I asked a specific question. What topic would you guys like to see discussed on this live today? This one was kind of different. This one was, it kind of had me thinking, but I was like, I don't know how to even answer that. But topic number one, he strictly asked. This one was from what was Humberto H, I think. No, Sergio. This one was from Sergio. It was question number one was we're going to be talking about drones. He recently said he wants to venture out into the market of buying a drone, right? So we're going to be talking about drones. That's kind of different, not my usual topic, but we'll talk about it, right? And this wasn't planned, but I always keep it. I always keep it right here. We'll talk drones, right? The drone I carry with me is the DJI Mini 2, I think, or Pro Mini. And I'm sorry for all the noises, but a drone is a drone needed for your detailing business, and the answer to that is I don't think so. I don't think you need to go out and buy a drone. I think this one I paid like $1,000. No, I paid like $1,200. I think I could be wrong on the price. Again, you can fact check me. But this is the drone I currently use when I am out filming. It comes with one battery from when you buy it, right? But a drone is definitely an amazing accessory to have. Is it needed? No. Do you really have to have it? No. But obviously for content, for my YouTube channel, I have done some footage with a drone. It is not something that I pull out every day. If I'm in a very sketchy area, obviously now I do have 3 batteries in total. So when I'm in a very sketchy area, I kid you not, I get 30 minutes of runtime on the drone. So I will literally put this drone up in the air for almost 20 minutes. Then I'll bring it down, switch the battery, and then I will fly it right back up, right? I have used this mostly in sketchy areas where the drone is just flying up in the air. This way, it's kind of recording. And I'll have this near me at all times, right? And this is surveillance. Yeah, so as I'm working in sketchy areas, I can kind of see everything that's coming to me, right? Obviously, I hope YouTube does not ding me for it, but I do conceal carry. I carry at all times on me. So for that reason, I stay prepared. But the drone has definitely been an amazing accessory when I'm in the hood. Let me say when I'm in the hood. So I'll use it as a surveillance camera. Keep it up in the air. I usually put my timer for about 25 minutes, and then I'll bring it down, switch the battery. We'll keep recharging it. Obviously now I have a fast charging so that the battery charges very quickly, right? A drone is not a necessity. It's not something that you need to go out there and purchase, because it is a lot of money. And if you're not getting your return of investment, if you're not using this drone for, let's say, using it for you get content of other people and they're paying you, don't get the drone. For me, it was more of a, I'm not gonna lie, when I got the drone, I was like, oh, I want a drone. And then I got it and I'm like, bro, like, what am I gonna do with this, right? So a drone is not needed, but it's always good to have it. For me, I use it more for, like Miss Kimberly MC said, surveillance. Is I can see what is coming towards me, right? So that's kind of why I use it. But I also get some aerial shots and that. So that is the topic on drones. He also asked about cameras, right? What setup is the best setup for me to have as a mobile detailer? And the answer to that is you can use your phone. I am currently recording, or I'm currently live through my Samsung S24 Ultra. I do have a light. It is a very, very simple, it's a very simple setup, which let me take it out of my tripod and I will show you guys how this setup looks. Let me flip this camera around, right? I have, that's the tripod I use. There's the light. there's the tripod, and we have a boom mic or a shotgun mic, right? That's what I currently use, right? So it is a very basic setup but effective, right? And that's all you need. You need something simple. I don't care for fanciness or nothing like that. So cameras, don't go crazy unless you're making the big bucks or you really want to spend some money. Then go get you a very fancy camera. Obviously you will need a good laptop because you need to transfer all that content or whatever to your laptop. I'm not tech savvy, I ain't gonna lie. So for that reason, I edit through my phone, I upload on my phone, I go live on my phone, I use everything through my phone. So damn, my face just got better. I hit the retouch button, so I look cleaner. I'm rocking the Serranos Mobile, the orange with the white to match the white with the orange. Well, that's kind of the topic on like drones and cameras, right? You don't need nothing fancy, just something very basic that'll get the job done. Obviously a microphone is very important. That's key number one that I can honestly say. Like if there's anything I can recommend you do, is get a good microphone, right? The microphone I use, a lot of you guys have been asking me, and I forgot to post a link of this. But this is the DJI Mic 2. I really want to get the DJI Mini. It's a little bit smaller. So this is it comes with two microphones. I think this one's like $350. I could be wrong on the price, or probably $400, but it comes with two mics and a receiver. And this is what I use, right? You don't need to have two, but obviously sometimes I am recording with somebody else and I want to mic them up. That's what I would recommend, is get yourself a good microphone. The microphone is key to content, is key to your business. A lot of you guys are doing a lot of show and tell, and if your audio is horrible, trust me, the viewers, those clients, those customers are not going to understand anything you are saying, right? So I highly recommend you get a good microphone. And by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm definitely looking at the comment section, and we will answer them in a timely manner, right? And go ahead and hit that like button while you're here. Share it. Do whatever you got to do so that we can get this. Is it a podcast? Nah, I don't think so. But we can get this video popping, right? Shout out to all 18 people of you guys watching. It's truly amazing. So we are gonna go to topic number 2. We're gonna try to really keep this live short and sweet for you guys. But topic number 2, and this is something that I'm eager to see a lot of you guys comments and see what you guys think, and that is, are business cards a thing of the past? That is something that I have recently been asked, and you know, the more and more I think about it, you know, a lot of detailers are no longer carrying business cards. Why is that? I'd really like to know why that is. Osito dropping in nothing but bangers. Welcome to the Friday Night Live with me. I appreciate you being here, taking a couple minutes out of your day to join me. It's truly a blessing. So thank you so much for giving me your time, most importantly. But are business cards a thing of the past, right? Man, I wish I could still have my old business cards, which I don't think I have any of my old business cards. But let me see. I doubt it. I don't think so. But let me see if I can show you one of my these are my newest ones. But I think for me, business cards are something that I will always carry with me. And that is, obviously, I've kind of through the years have upgraded business cards. I still haven't perfected like that business card that I want. But I do have a vision to my business cards, right? Obviously, this is one of them. I do have metal cards, which I don't even know where. Oh, here it is. So I have two styles of business cards. One of them is the plastics and the other one is metal. And this is like the metal cards. These are hardcore. Look at the thickness, everything. But on this one is mostly what I use when I, obviously a lot of you guys, I told you guys one of my 2025, hopes and dreams or resolution is I want to go to more show and tell like parties. I don't, what are those called? But you know, where you go and talk to other business owners, right? This is what I would bring to the party for those, right? Pull out this one right here. It literally says scan me. It takes them right to my YouTube channel. I want them to go to my YouTube channel because obviously, one, I want that sub. Number two, they get to see who I am. They get to see videos of me. So that's why I chose networking events. Yes. So that is why I made these metal cards, right? These are expensive. I ain't gonna lie. I think I paid like $50 for like 20 of these. But could I get better pricing on them? Maybe. I don't know. But this is what I would carry if I'm going to go places, you know, and people are interested in what I do. I say that, yeah, man, here's my business card here, scan it real quick, and they'll scan it. It'll take them to my YouTube channel, and I'll say, hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe while you're there, right? I don't have a website, but at least this kind of shows them kind of a little bit of who I am, right? It just showcases a little bit of who I am, right? Obviously, you can put different ones if you want. If you want to create your own like metal business card. See, I really like this style of card. I like that satin finish. I do love how they did my logo. And then in the back, obviously, the scan me takes them directly to my YouTube channel, right? But if I had a website, obviously this would be the one to kind of put my website on it. But I like more of my YouTube channel being on here, right? And my everyday cards that I carry are gonna be these right here. Obviously, two different styles, right? But the orange and the black, right? But the next business card I would love is more of a satin finish, not too glossy. I would like this satin or matte, and then maybe make the orange more holographic. And then in the back, obviously, it just has a barcode to my Instagram, which honestly, I think this was a mistake because I really don't showcase a lot of my work on Instagram. So maybe a scan code to my Facebook business page, right? I think that's where I kind of messed up. But it is what it is. I made like over 2,000 business cards, so I got to get rid of these first. But this is what I give a lot of my clients. Just here's my business card. If you have any questions, I always say, look, I have a YouTube channel. It's on the top side. Next thing is my Facebook page. You can see a lot of my stuff. You can see reviews. My email's there. My phone number's there. I'm the owner, right? And then just to get them talking, right? And I always say, do you have any questions for me? Right? And they tell me, oh yeah, look, I'm interested in this or this. And then I say, okay, cool. Look, you know, for something like this. And we created a game, right? But that's kind of what I use. And hopefully, you know, business cards is not a thing of a past, right? Let's see. I use a Link for digital business card. Is Link a business card? Networking events, yes. I always carry, let's see, Jay Daly says, I always carry paper business cards, but what do you think of digital business cards? Link to payment page. I think those are really good, right? Because it kind of speeds up the process. I don't have one. I've thought about it. You know, I've thought about it to where, okay, look here, I'll just tap this and take some probably right to Zelle. I mostly take a lot of Zelle payments. That's what a lot of my clients like to use, and that's okay with me. If it's cash, great, but if not, just Zelle it to me. So eventually, I think I might give in to this dot card and just plug it into my Zelle, and it's much quicker, right? Instead of like, oh, here's my phone number, you know. But to kind of combat that, before you show up to the appointment, I always tell my customers, these are the forms of payment I accept. If you do have Zelle, please go ahead and save my phone number now. Here's the information. That way tomorrow when you finish, you know, boom, it's a much quicker process rather than just there waiting, staring at the client, do the payment. They already have it saved, right? So you have to do things that you stay ahead of the game. Right. So give your customer the information as far as payments. What do you take? Right. Let them know on that pre-follow-up before you show up to that appointment. Let them know, like, hey, just so you know, these are the forms of payment I accept. I accept credit card. Should you be the business that you charge the fee to them, just let them know, like, hey, I do have a surcharge on there that, you know, just pay it, right? And a lot of clients, they're okay. Or if you want to take that hit, then you take the hit, right? Or, you know, do you accept checks, right? You let them know like, oh, I do accept checks, but majority of the times I don't accept checks. Very rarely. The only people I will take a check from is a big business, because obviously I know they got money. I know they got funds. Hey, Dragos. Hey, Dragos, I got something cooking for you, bro. I got something cooking. I got some cooking for you. Welcome, Joel. Joel. Hey, thank you for being here, Joel. Woo woo. I don't have a soundboard, so I'm gonna be making the boards. Woo woo. But I'm learning. I'm learning. I don't have a soundboard, so I'm gonna be making all the cool noises for you guys. Um, but I think a dock card is pretty cool for you to use. It's presentable, right? And it gets the job done. At the end of the day, you want to be ahead of the game, right? And the dock card, I think it's a very awesome way to just get your information like quick. Let's see. I still ask companies for business cards, especially if I like the initial interaction, because if the person or the company gives out a bad impression in the first interaction, that turns me away. Yes, I think that Mr. Brian, that is really good. And I'm the same way. You know, if the interaction is not there, I'm more of like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm gonna keep walking. Like SEMA was a place where everybody was trying to give me stuff, but like, it's great to get free stuff, but at the same time, like, I wasn't vibing with y'all. Therefore, I'm gonna keep on walking, right? But first impression is everything, right? If those clients do not get a vibe from you, they'll take a card, but honestly, they're just gonna toss it to the floorboard and keep on going, right? And then they're gonna see another detailer who will pass the vibe check, and that dude's gonna make all the chicken sandwiches, money, right? But or tacos, I should say tacos, right? Because I love tacos. But definitely, I think a good interaction will take your business a long way. Let's see. I didn't see much advantage until I found out you can do the Zelle link, and I added the review link as well. Okay, I might have to do that as well. Jay, do they got any orange cards in Dot? If they do, I'm buying one. Let's see. Do you have a contract? Detail grandma. Do you have a contract for customers before you detail for them? The only contracts I do is usually if I'm doing a full teardown, if we're doing a seat removal, that is where there is a contract. We're car detailers. We are not surgeons. But I will do a contract or a liability form. Majority of the times, if I'm doing like a full teardown or I'm doing a engine bay, but honestly, only contracts I will do is for like if I'm doing like a big dealership or something. A contract is very important when you're working with dealerships, because dealerships, they'll start you off with maybe 20 cars, right? They'll say, man, we'll give you 20 cars a week, give us this price, and you're like, yes, let's do it, right? You leave excited, you're gonna get 20 cars. And at first they do give you those 20 cars, right? And then you'll see slowly they'll say, oh, you know, this week we only got 5 cars, right? And you're like, bruh, I thought we were doing 20 cars. And now they're messing with your money, right? I would use another word, but they're stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. But a dealership is a place where I will do a contract, because they are finicky. They'll literally throw you away for the cheaper detailer next week, right? So for them, I will do a contract. Only for dealerships is usually when I do a contract. Auto Spa Pros, you can put link to website, social payment, and also save their info. Okay. Nice. Let's see. Any other questions? Zelle is safer and faster. Yes, it is. ASMR Carlos. Carlos the beatbox. Hey, no lie. I want to see Joel do more DJ lives. I want to see Joel on them ones and twos. Hey, if you want to see Joel on the ones and twos, go ahead and hit that like button, cause I don't see that like button going up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I want to see Joel on the ones and twos again on a live. Let's see. I have one for dealerships, but I'm being encouraged to have one for customers. I think not for customers. I think, what kind of contract are you gonna give your customer? You know, Dealerships, yes. No, dealership is gonna pay me 400 for a detail so they can kick rocks. But the contract thing is it's a touchy subject. But honestly, I will only do a contract for a big corporation. Other than that, we should be okay. But if I'm doing a full car teardown, then we will. If I'm doing seat removals, there will be a liability form that they gotta pay, that they gotta sign just for liability issues. Protect yourself at all time. Osito and his adventures. I just met with some guy who supposedly owned a rental company with 25 cars. He wasn't willing to pay. Yeah, usually if they got cars, they ain't gonna pay. I'm drinking water, by the way. Um, but yeah, dealerships are one that it's a love and hate relationship, and I gotta tread lightly because we got detail grandma on here, and I don't want to get her mad. No, I'm just kidding. But dealerships are definitely one that, if you're starting your business, definitely visit a car dealership. They are going to get you the work you want. But in return, you are going to lose a little bit of money, right? But you need the dealerships to get your before and afters. You need that dealership to start getting your portfolio done, right? And it's very important to get before and afters, right? And I always say that you definitely need before and afters. If you're a detailer who is just starting in the market and you ask me like, hey bro, what can I do to get more clients? Go to a car dealership. Go right to a car dealership. And trust me, they will give you some cars. You ain't gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you that right now, right? You'll be lucky if you get $100 for an interior detail and an exterior wash, because they are gonna lowball you, right? Obviously, shout out to grandma. She is in a market right now where I think she's making like 100 plus. I won't say the number, but she's making 100 plus on these details, which that is amazing. That's a really good price. If you are a car detailer if you're making 120 plus a detail at a car dealership, congratulations. You are doing amazing, right? But it doesn't always happen like that. A lot of these dealerships only want to pay you like pennies, which is probably $40 per car, $50, $60, and you're putting in a lot of work, right? But I will be honest, watching grandma detail cars now makes my mind like, bro, she's doing the like, and I hope this doesn't sound rude, grandma. I hope it doesn't sound rude, but she's doing minimal. She's doing the minimal work, but still producing the results, if that makes sense, right? So, and she's killing it, So now my mind is starting to kind of work again. Like, oh, well, you know what? I can kind of, I don't want to say half-ass the work because that sounds rude, but I can now give you like good work but cheaper, Like, I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Let's see. Angel Hernandez, thank you for your comment. Does cleaning seatbelts affect the fibers within the seatbelts, and will it be a liability issue? That is a really good question, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I would love maybe Joel, if you want to chime in here. This is an open forum chat, right? In my opinion, I would not pressure wash seatbelts. I honestly feel like the people who pressure wash seatbelts are running into a huge liability, because you are, in my opinion, kind of messing with the material of those seatbelts, right? If I can say anything, is I would probably use a gator brush, I think it's called, to clean seatbelts, to where you don't have a lot of agitation, right? I might use rinseless on them because I don't want to use heavy chemicals, right? But we do see this over and over and over and over, where a lot of detailers pull the seatbelts out. They'll clamp them and close the door, and then they pressure wash the crap out of it. At the end of the day, you're the detailer. It all falls down to how important is your client to you. To me, my clients I value them a ton, that I don't want to risk a seatbelt, or I don't want to risk their life for that seatbelt cleaning. And I've declined a lot of jobs where they'll say, oh, I want my seatbelts done though. And I'm like, unfortunately, I don't clean the seatbelts to a full extremity, right? And they're like, oh, well, I see on YouTube they pull them out and they pressure wash them. And I'm always like, I understand. We do see that on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't do that because I care about your life, right? But if really the seatbelt is your main concern, I will not touch them. And I understand if right now you're gonna decline, you're gonna decline my business because I don't want to do that, and I totally understand. But when you take the time to conversate with those clients and tell them why you're not doing it, now it's like, oh shoot, dang, like now you're reversing and they're thinking about like, damn, these people out here risking these customers' lives because they're pressure washing them. And some of these pressure washers are like 5,000 psi and you see them like, you know. So seatbelt cleaning is one of those that I don't want to mess with, but there's a lot of detailers out there that will say like, oh, y'all are leaving a lot of money on the table. Oh, y'all don't know how to detail. Y'all suck. I've gotten a little bit of everything, and it's okay if other detailers call me names or they call me whatever they want to call me, just because I do not want to touch the seatbelts, right? Now, we're in the topic of seatbelts. I'm not going to lie. Tomorrow, I do have a client who recently purchased a vehicle. This is the only time I will clean seatbelts. They recently purchased this car it's a pre-owned car. The interior is I'm going to say it's in rough shape. The seatbelts are dirty. It's a Nissan Maxima, I think, like a 2008 or something. So whenever I'm working on a pre-owned vehicle, I will clean the seatbelts to a certain extent. I'm not gonna go full blown out, but that one tomorrow I'm actually working. I usually don't even work on the weekends, but that's another New Year's resolution. I say, you know what, this year I want to work more on the weekends, Saturdays mostly. I don't want to work Sundays. So tomorrow I actually took a detail, and that one is strictly it's gonna need some work, right? But the seatbelt, I think it's gonna be always one that people will say they do them, and then you ask them how they do it, or I'm explaining it my way, and then some people will literally say like, bro, like you can pressure wash them. If that's what listen to who you want, understand the person who's giving you the feedback. For me, I value my client's life, and that's why I don't do it. Right, for seatbelt cleaning. The same thing goes to seatbelt removals. I don't fully remove the seats. I will just move them back and forward. I will unbolt them. I won't take off the airbags or nothing, because you can really clean the whole carpet without having to remove the whole seat. But there's a way to do it, right? But seatbelts is one that I don't like to mess with that much. Let's see. It is so nice to see an experience and informative, fun, and energized live stream. So refreshing. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate that. Let's see. Love and hate, not because of dealership. Their mission is always out there. It's a detail thing. 125 is what Grandma's making. Nice. She's doing heavy lifting. Yeah, she is. Let's see. Details said Grandma is matching the pay with the service, what we all should be doing. Yes. And I think that's a mindset I had to break, and now I see it more and more. The more I see Grandma and other people doing dealership details, which honestly, probably Grandma's the only channel that will literally teach you how to do dealership details. So if you're one of those that want to learn about car dealership details, go to Detail Grandma's channel. She strictly does car dealerships all day, and she shows you how she's getting these done without having to really go crazy on the detailing. Let's see. The first from Puerto Rico says, I have done lots of seatbelts and never had an issue. I use tanning products on the spots and clean them with no pressure washer. Just brush and light steam and microfiber. Tanning products. Okay, that's different. That's new. What kind of tanning products are you using? Like body tanning? That's different. That is very different. I've never heard of tanning products. So definitely educate me on that. That's something that I have not ever heard of. Let's see. Details Official says, I don't mess with seatbelts. We start away from risk. Definitely, we stay away from risk. Always avoid the risk. Pressure washing a seatbelt? Question mark. How dirty is the thing? Hey, some of these seatbelts really look in amazing condition to where you could probably just use some rinseless, um, and you're okay, right? But some of these people out here really just doing it for show, pulling out the whole seatbelt. They clamp the seatbelt like on the top, they close it, and then they're pressure washing the crap out of these seatbelts. Like, I get like an anxiety like looking at them pressure wash seatbelts, but we are nobody to judge, right? Let's see. Um, you can clean them with Meguiar's upholstery cleaner. Yep. And you can do lots with it. Yes. Obviously, they will not turn out like new after years of grime, but they will get to over 85% nicely. Very nice. Meguiar's D116 Protein Stain Remover. Okay. And Meguiar's D106. Getting the seatbelts ready for the Bodybuilding Expo. Using tanning products is no different than using LA Totally Awesome to detail. What kind of tanning products are y'all talking about? But anyways, that was the topic about our business cards dead, right? I use business cards. I love using business cards. I don't want to transition over to the new era of business cards, but I will always I do like myself some business cards because it just the business card is actually it's gonna open the door for you. If you have a nice business card, I will say a lot of the clients, they're not gonna throw it away because they're gonna be like, dang, like this dude spent time. They'll look at them, and if you've ever noticed that a lot of the clients, when you give them the business card, what do? They start looking at it and they start like flipping it around. They're looking at the quality of the business card. That will also tell the client like your kind of style of business, if that makes sense, right? A good card presentation is gonna lock you in, right? It's gonna be the determining factor. I thought that he didn't have vegetables until I saw that thing over there. So I cooked. Those are for tomorrow. He ate. Yes, he ate already. Sorry, y'all. My wife is home now. But having a good business card is a very key factor to really, it's a make it or break it, right? And I learned that in the past. I'll never forget back in 2016, I think, when I started, or 2017. I went to a dealership, and I'll never forget when I stepped foot into this dealership, my card, I think ever since then, I learned about making sure that my card was different. Because I showed up to this dealership and I said, hey, my name is Carlos Serrano. I own Serrano's Mobile Detail. And I'm looking for an opportunity to maybe clean your cars, right? And I gave him my card. I'm not lying to you guys when I say he literally put this card down. And in that desk, he literally had like 6 cards that looked exactly like mine, right? And I'll never forget that guy at the dealership literally looked at me and said, what is gonna make you different? What makes you different from all these other guys that have brought me the same card, right? And I started thinking like, shoot. And I'm like, man, that's probably why a lot of people haven't called me, because a lot of those dealerships had that same card. They use that same, they use the same font. They use the same, the same like design, the same model. And that changed my perspective because I was like, dang, I want to make sure that my card is different. I want to make sure that my card impacts the customer's eyes. That is where orange comes into, right? A lot of you guys ask me like, dude, you love orange a lot. I love orange, one, because it's my favorite color, but the color orange, you're gonna see it, right? It's gonna stand out, right? So in case you're like, man, we need a detail, and maybe you have more cards like this, which card's gonna pop out to you more? Probably the orange one, right? So color choice is very important in your business, right? One that I like is Aleen's. Aleen's is like a bright green, right? So definitely business cards are not dead. I love using them. I carry them always, and it's always good to have them in your pocket, right? So that when a customer approaches you, you are prepared, you are ready to, give them your business card. So that's kind of the topic on, our business cards, a thing of the past. So we'll be going into topic number 3. Let me just read these comment sections really quick. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Being patient as well as we read these comments. Or hand lotion to polish cars. Let's see. I just copped the rigid, bro. I saw that rigid for 175, dude. I really wanted to buy another one. Like mine's still kicking after 3 years, 3 or 4 years, I think. Um, I really want to buy another one at 175. Man, that's a deal. I paid like 350, 315 for them mine. So at 175, I gotta look and see if it's still on sale. Because if it is, I'm definitely gonna get one. Because I think my air compressor, I think after 3 years, it's still kicking, but I don't know. I use it heavily, so I'm sure it's time for an upgrade or it's time for a new one. I do love the rigid though. Let's see. 90% of detailers have the same logos and profile pics too on social media. No individuality. Correct, correct. That is very true. Let's see. Your card stands out from all the other white cards. Let's see. Angel Hernandez made friends with some sales reps at dealerships, and they leave my cards on their desk, and that helps getting clients who want to keep their new or used cars clean. Very nice. Actually, now that you mentioned that, Mr. Angel, working with, if you have a friend that works at a dealership, that is a gold mine, right? Get you that friend, and you say, "Hey, dude, look, I'm gonna give you $100 per referral." Right? I'm gonna give you $100 if this client books a detail. If they book ceramic coating, I will make sure I take care of you. Right? Trust me, these guys are gonna work for that $100. They already do it at the dealership. They work for spiff money. We used to call it spiff money. I worked at a car dealership before. Right, and every Saturday, the GM would come in, and he would come in with cash. Right, he'll say the first person to sell a car is gonna get $500. Right, so trust me, we were all working towards getting that first sell. Right, and then they'll say, oh well, the second person to bring in a sell or sells a car, right, before 12 p.m. Right, we're gonna give you $200. Right, so we had to work for it. Right, so if you have a friend that works in a dealership, bro, you are already winning. Talk to them like, hey, dude, look, if let's per se sell them a ceramic coating, right? Tell them cash, right? Or another thing that I have done, and I have a friend that works at a dealership, is car salesmen. They make money. They're gonna be lying if they say, bro, I'm broke. I don't make money at a dealership, because they do. They're paid on commission. I used to work at a car dealership. One of my highest commissions was $5,000 on one car, literally one car, $5,000, right? So a lot of these car salesmen, you can know which ones are the good ones and which ones are the ones who suck at selling because of the way they dress. They got that nice watch, they got a nice suit. Those are the ones you want to go after, right? And you say, hey, dude, look, every car you sell, you can do an initial investment of $500, right? The car you sell, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna put a coating on here, right? And you don't have to go all out on the car, but you'll give it a good panel prep. You'll wash it, panel prep, and then we'll coat it, right? If it's brand new and the paint looks good, you just tell them, bro, you just got to pay me $500 cash. I'll come in here. We're going to put a nice coating on there, and you're good to go, right? You're going to make your money back. These guys are making money, right? That's another way. The salesman, I have a guy that literally, when he sells a car, and it's like one of his like clients that he's like, this is a car I want you to coat. He'll hit me up and hey, bro, I got a car, right? And he'll pay me. Right, he'll tell his customer like, "Hey, I went ahead and coated your car for free," right? And these people are like, "Dang," right? They get a good review. Secondly, that customer's gonna come back and buy from him because this person went ahead and hooked him up. Obviously, it's him paying out of his pocket, but $500 to a $5,000 commission that these people make—that's pennies. That's another way you can do it, is find yourself a friend that works at a dealership. They get you in there. They'll literally work for you, right? So that is another way that you can also kind of capitalize, making some money, some extra cash. Or if you want to get into, are we eating? Yeah, of course we're eating. Whatever you want, baby. Sorry, we haven't ate today, so she put a little note on here. But Mr. Arnold is home. Don't worry, we're close to ending this live. We got 10 minutes. We gotta wrap it up. Let's see. That's exactly what I do. You scratch my back, I scratch. Yeah, my back's always itching, so I always need them to scratch my back. It was sold out everywhere in my area. I had to take a 40-minute drive. Hey, 40 minutes is not bad. Let's see. Incentives make people go harder. Yes, exactly. At Angel Hernandez, not a used dealership. You didn't. Hi, everyone. Welcome, D&D. Welcome. Let's see. Does he refer your business to get customers on your maintenance though? Uh, are you talking to me, Jay, or are you talking to Angel? She's leaving with also, so you gotta hurry, right? We gotta wrap it up. No, but the maintenance plan is more on you, right? Once you touch that car, you can. There's two ways you can do that. Option number one is you tell that your dealership friend, like, hey, give him this card, and you tell them next week you give him a call, and he's gonna wash your car for free. We're gonna make sure that you're coating cured, right? And that's kind of how I already have this guy working. He knows to the T, right? I code it, right? Usually they'll buy it and he'll say, hey, can you come? Can you come tomorrow and pick it up, right? Or if he sells it early, he hits me up and say, hey, bro, I sold the coding. Can you be here? And I told him it'll be delivered by 8 p.m. I got it, bro. If he sells it and it's a late delivery, I got it, right? It won't take me long, right? Once the owner shows up, he gives them my business card and says, here's a card to the detailer who took care of your vehicle. Please go ahead and text him at this number, schedule an appointment 1 week from today, and he's going to wash the exterior for free. Right, that is where I come into play. I show up, I meet them, I tell them how amazing the car looks. They made an amazing purchase. I wish I had that car. All the good stuff, right? You get them excited, then you show them how this ceramic coating is working, right? And then when you finish it, you say, hey, how are you going to maintain this car, right? And they'll tell you, oh, we don't know yet. A lot of these customers financially, they're good, right? And you say, look, if you don't want to wash it, let me take care of that. One, we protect your ceramic coating. Two, that warranty is always valid because now the warranty is through me and it's not the dealership, right? And for me to give you the very best, you got the best ceramic coating, want to make sure we protect it. Let me take care of it. We can do a bi-weekly plan for only $100. That's $50 a week, right? And I come in and rinse it off, right? If you want me to vacuum and do all the interior, then we are at 150 every 2 weeks. That brings it to like $75. I don't know. I suck at math, but you know the drift, right? Or if you want to do once a month, you're looking at around $200. No, $250 a month for a full blown interior wipe down, vacuum, and the exterior gets washed as well, right? Obviously, I think $250 a month is probably a little bit up there. Some see the value in it, some don't, right? But if I go every 2 weeks, that's $300 at the end of the month, right? So I usually tell them, if not, it's $300 at the end of the month, right? So that's how I do it, right? And a lot of times these customers are like, you know what, go ahead and put me on your maintenance plan. I also give them my warranty card, which is let's not that one. Dang, where's it's here. And then that takes me to my warranty card, right? When I see that card, I give them this as well. And I say, every time you go to the dealership, please put this on your mirror. This is to protect your car. This is also showcases who touched your vehicle, who ceramic coated it. On the back, every time I come and service your vehicle, we also put a date on there. That way, there's always valid proof of you maintaining and upkeeping your vehicle. This is also your warranty card. This just shows everybody that how many times we've seen that card. If we get an interior detail, I'll put on here the date, what I did to it, and so on, right? Once we fill it up, we give you a new card, right? So these are things that I do that just seal the deal every time I see these clients, because they're like, oh, dang, it's something they've never seen before, never been presented to them. That's what's going to make you different as a car detailer, right? You're just not a car washer, right? We bring a lot more to the table than just washing cars, right? It's customer service at its finest. So those are things that I recommend you do. For those who want to get into locking in more ceramic coatings, find yourself a car salesman that loves money, and trust me, they'll be booking, right? All right, let's see. She's leaving you, Carl. Dang, he on it. That's awesome. Butter them up. You sold me. I'll take it. That's a great idea. With don't wash cards. Yes, that you can do it on Canvas. I forgot how much I paid for these cards. So the last topic, and we're gonna be done, is how are you going to sustain your business in 2025? That's a topic I think recently, or actually today, while I was at the maintenance, some lady was like, how much do you charge? Or, our neighbors used to do detailing and they went out of business. Unfortunately, they don't do it no more. So we're seeing it more and more right now is a lot of detailers are starting to let go of their detailing business. unfortunately, the truth and the matter of fact is a lot of people started this because they see on YouTube that people are doing the big bucks. People are showcasing, we see it on the thumbnails. How I made $10,000 today. Quit lying. Quit lying to us. I'll show you a video where I'll say, today I made $300. And I bet you the comment section is like, oh, you're broke. Oh my God, you don't like to work. People like to see big numbers, and it's because of those YouTubers, those detailers putting all these numbers out there that make these guys start a business. And then they realize, like, what the heck? I'm not making what that guy said, right? So we're seeing it a lot. So one way to combat that is, and definitely let me know in the comment section before we end this live. And I do appreciate all of you guys for giving me your time to just be in here, right? We reached maybe like 20 people. So hey, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully we keep growing as we do these. But one way to sustain your business is, offering maintenance plans. I don't do a lot of maintenance plans. I pick and choose my battles as to who I want to service on maintenance plans, because a lot of these customers, they really don't take care of their cars, right? And I don't want to be wasting my energy on vehicles that every time I see them, they look like a whole tornado came in that car and threw all the Cheetos, all the chips, all the candies into this car, and you literally just left it spotless like 2 weeks ago. Right? But how are you going to sustain your business in 2025, right? And that's something that I also think about is how can I keep my business afloat in 2025? 44, really? Damn. Hey, shout out to the 44 people. Cheers. But definitely let me know in the comment section what are you gonna do, what you guys are gonna do to sustain your business. And lastly, low key, I'm salty, y'all. I'm so like, I feel bad that Aileen from So Clean Aileen didn't win the DIY tuber. They need to recount those votes. Because I honestly feel like that was that got rigged. But shout out to Aileen for always putting out some amazing content. Who won? I forgot who won this round. But I honestly believe if you're a professional, don't even enter that competition. I think it's mostly for DIYers that's gonna win. It's for people who don't do this full time. That's just my opinion. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get dinged on it. But I honestly feel like DIYers are gonna win this whole competition. If you're a full-time employee and full-time detailer, you probably ain't gonna win. And then it kind of started making me think it's called DIY tuber because it's made for DIYers. That's what the product line is for. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. Seeing Aileen not win, I was already salty from the get-go when she didn't get chosen the first time after she was out there working hard to get her name out there, to get those subs up, to be seen. She did more than probably any of these YouTubers that were trying to qualify. She did so much to get on that first round, right? And she didn't get chosen, right? And then now on the second round, I don't know. This video is probably going to get sent to the wrong people, and I'm going to get in trouble for it, but they need to recount those votes. Aileen 2025. But, hey, Becca. Hey, shout out to Becca. She's the one who created my Oso's logo, which I'm still waiting for the one from Becca, which I'm not rushing you. But, again, dang, why are y'all here all late, y'all? We're about to end this live. Now I'm probably like at 50 people now. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all should have been here at 7. Or maybe I should be going live at 8 now and not 7. But again, we're playing with the times. We're playing with the times to see, dang, everybody's here. Everybody's here. What the heck? Well, hey, I gotta keep it under 2 hours. So this new logo is great. Yeah, shout out to Becca. Shout out to Becca for the logo. Yes, we need to get those finished. Sorry, holidays and railroad. Oh yeah. That's right. Hey, Franco. Shout out for Franco. I'm down for 8. That works better. 8 p.m. works better. Awesome. So it's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think 6 p.m. your time. I don't know. But I think the next live we're gonna go at 8 p.m. We're slowly working on times, right? I just want to make sure. Dang, we went to 34 people at 8 p.m. Bet. The House of Rags with Sock has been on the same time as you. Ah, okay, that's right. I forget. All these podcasts, amazing podcasts, right? But now we gotta make like one. I don't want to interfere with any of those guys' podcasts, so you're right. We might need to go for 8 p.m. But we'll see. Let's see. We all came from Thor. Dang, I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit salty for Aileen. She worked her butt off, and didn't win. I think at the end of the day, it's all popularity. There's one thing I don't understand. If this is a DIY tuber program and all the content is on YouTube, why are we voting on Facebook? If that makes sense. I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for giving my input on this. Only the cool kids came over. Nah, everybody's cool. Send me money, $5 a head. Bro, enthusiast, I seriously thought Aileen had it. I seriously thought Aileen had it. Like, I don't know. I'm always going to go for people who are out here actually working. Like, true people who work. Not people who have a little garage and just do videos. Like, she won every poll. And that's exactly what doesn't make sense to me. She was winning every poll. Like, how did she not win? So they need to run those ballots again. They need to redo. Like, they need to go to the boxes and pull out all the tickets, because something smells shady over here. I thought she broomed the round. Yeah, me too. Like, something smells fishy. At the end of the day, it's a popularity contest. That, I don't know. But Aileen, you won in our hearts. It sucks that you didn't win this round. But keep putting content out there. Something don't smell right. Swept. Aileen was kicking butt. See, everybody here says the same thing. Aileen was kicking butt. Yes, she was. And I don't even know who won. I don't even know if I follow that person. But yeah, I don't understand how they do this DIY tuber program. Like, you got to post content on YouTube, but your votes are on Facebook. Like, some people don't even have Facebook, So I feel like they need to do this tuber thingy strictly on YouTube, because that's where all the content is, and the voting should be strictly from YouTube, not Facebook. Because at the end of the day, it's a popularity contest, and not taking anything from Will. He did great, but Aileen's a people's champ. Yeah, I mean, I have more respect for people who actually work. You guys have heard me in the past. I've said it. I respect people who actually work and do this full time. And not do this part time. Obviously, benefits of being in the DIY tuber program, I think, is you get some products, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. I honestly felt like Aileen won. Aileen definitely won. But anyways, hey. Oh, it's crazy how my freaking after 8, every this whole thing went up. But we are at an hour, guys. I appreciate all of you guys watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of today's live. I hope something in here kind of resonated with your business, with maybe something you have going on. Again, hey, if you have more topics, please text them to me. You can find me on Facebook. You can send me an email. Let me see, where else you can find me on Instagram. Let's see, I don't even get DIY tuber though. Like, you're already on YouTube. Hey, Juice, you should try to enter the DIY tuber, bro. You might win, bro. I think you're already ahead on votes. I'll vote for Juice 2025. But anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching today's live. Again, we're gonna hope and keep pulling these off every Friday. Today we were at 7 p.m. We're gonna hope next week is gonna be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Carlos, I'm on vacation right now, but I'll hit you up for some revisions and tweaks. Girl, enjoy your vacation. Don't worry about the logo. Hey Franco, I gotta inbox you too because I need an idea on this stick shift. I'm trying to play with some different stuff, different ideas. Let's see, Carlos, that's a badass logo you got for the show. Yes, and there's also right over there. Also, and that's also for everybody who's never met him. That's my son also. That's the one in the logo. So shout out to Becca for making an amazing logo, for including my son in that. Was really, really awesome. So anyways, I hope all of you guys have an amazing weekend. There is a huge cold front coming through Dallas starting Sunday. It is going to be like 20 something degrees in the morning. Quick rundown. Keep my father in your prayers, please. On Tuesday the 7th, he's gonna go into surgery. If you guys have been following me on some of the posts, you guys know that he's had some complications with his knee, and walking has not been doing any better. He went through an MRI last week or the week before. And I'm assuming something in there. They saw something, and he wasn't supposed to have a surgery until April. And they are rushing it to next week. So please say a little prayer for my father on Tuesday as he goes through surgery. I have no clue what they are going to be doing, but I appreciate some of you guys who have inboxed me and asked about my father. I really appreciate it. It always means a lot. At the end of the day, I'm nobody, just a guy who just loves detailing. But to you guys, it really means a lot to me when you guys are asking about my wife, my kids, my parents, my dog, my son. So shout out to a lot of you guys who truly I value you guys a lot. So hopefully, crossing my fingers that everything goes smoothly Tuesday. I'll have more information on that once I figure out what they're gonna be doing, because I really don't know what they're doing to him. But we'll find out Tuesday. But he's going into surgery on Tuesday, and I hope is just a huge blessing for him, because my father has been working all his life. He's never been able to just chill and relax, and I think this has been a hard thing to swallow. As my father has always been a working man, and for the past, I'm gonna say maybe 6 months, or maybe a year. I'm gonna say about a year. My father, when I found out my father could no longer walk, or his health was not good, was when we cut our neighbor's tree, and he said, "I'm not joking. I can't climb this tree." And obviously I think I went live on Instagram, and I had to climb this tree real tall, real high up there. And this was my first time cutting a tree with zero experience. And that was a day that it kind of, was a day that my dad knew that, his time was up as a tree cutter. But now that I see, I think, that was a true awakening for him. And, he could no longer work because of that knee. So, I hope that Tuesday everything goes smoothly. We have some better answers. And I hope that my father gets on the road to recovery and he can walk again. And get his, just, I know he feels down because he cannot, he has to sit all day pretty much, or I bought him a wheelchair, and I think him just feels bad, so but I hope Tuesday we have some amazing answers and the surgery goes well. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in today. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Even if you got here late, I appreciate you guys. We were at 30 people, so that was cool. They all came at 8 p.m. Anyways, hey, I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you guys for watching today's live. As always, God bless you guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys on next live. Peace out, y'all.